I love the smell of permanent markers. Don't know what that's about, but I do. I could smell them all day. Love them. Fears. I have a lot of fears. I'm trying to conquer some of them. Some of them I've just conceded that it's just going to be what it is. Um, some of my fears. I am afraid of spiders. I'm afraid of centipedes. In fact, I think I'm more afraid of centipedes than spiders. The more legs it has, the more afraid of it I am. So I don't do well with either of those things. In fact, I'll tell you a story. I years ago took a biology class, and you have to dissect things in biology. And we had grasshoppers this particular week, and I didn't want to touch it. I was all creeped out by it. It's bugs, period, kind of freak me out. Not all of them, but a good amount. Grasshoppers, crickets, cockroaches. Oh, no. Um, Bees. I actually like bees from afar. Like if they're too close to me and they keep swarming around me, then I get a little uneasy. But as long as they're just kind of doing their own thing, they don't bother me. You know what does scare me? Butterflies, which I know sounds ridiculous. I don't like butterflies. Like I just feel like they're kind of haphazard with they're just all over the place, and I don't like that. Like just go in your straight line, just go wherever you. But they're just like fluttering all over, and it just makes me nervous. I just don't like it. Dragonflies. Mm-mm, mm. So insects. Period. Let's just say insects. Um. So anyway, back to my story. Some years ago, I took this class, and I had a grasshopper. And I remember I thought for some reason that it would be hard. I guess because when you step on them, they crunch. So, so I just thought it would be like hard. I thought it would be a hard shell or something around it. And when I grabbed him, he was soft, like mushy, like a worm. And I dropped him because it threw me. I was anticipating that he would be hard. And so when he wasn't, it just threw me off. And I just, oh shit. Like I just wasn't expecting that. Anyway, I picked him back up and had to dissect him. And he had, or she, heart, lungs. And I think he had like several hearts. I can't remember now. This was so many years ago. But he had like multiple something. And then there was like blood. Anyway, I remember feeling like, oh, it's like a real person. Like, oh my God. Because I see him and I just kill him. I spray him or step on him or something. And I was like, oh my God, this is one of God's creatures. And here I am just killing him. So I decided I was not going to do that anymore. I genuinely felt bad for all the murders I had committed. And I thought, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm sorry for all the people I've killed. I'm going to let y'all live. Like, you do you. So I went on this little peace treaty thing. And I remember sitting in my apartment and seeing a spider on the ceiling and thinking, I'm going to let him be. I'm good. I'm not going to kill him. I'm not. I'm going to leave him. And I did. I saw him and I just let him go. And that became the norm for me. If I saw a critter in my apartment, with the exception of cockroaches, they always are going to go. I'm sorry. Any cockroach lovers, I'm sorry. I can't do the cockroaches. But everybody else was okay. Anyway, one night I lived in what's called a loft apartment. So my bed was like above the rest of the room. So I'm in my bedroom and there's like a ladder. If I have a picture, I'll insert it, but I don't know that I do. Um, yeah. But there's a ladder to climb up above the room, and then your bed or your mattress is up top, up there. So it's essentially on the floor, but it's elevated. Anyway, one night I'm sleeping peacefully. This is during the treaty. And I feel something on my neck. And just kind of out of reflex, I just kind of smack it. and it wakes me up. And when I pull my hand back, I feel a body on my fingers. It's hard. And I just freak out and I just kind of shake my hand and I just fling him. So I get up and I turn on the light and I'm looking around and I see a centipede. He's kind of in half a little bit because I guess I smashed him. So he's a little broken, little, damaged. But I see him. I kind of flung him and he's over against the wall, but still up above on my loft. And I realized that a centipede just crawled across my neck. My neck. Now, I was trying to have a truce, genuinely. I was letting them be. I was doing this kind of Zen thing, like, peace. Just one piece. But they violated the treaty. They violated the treaty. I was with them until that incident. He messed it up for all of them. Or she. They messed it up for all of them. Truce over. Done. No more peace treaty. It's on. It is on and popping. And it was war after that. Forget it. I tried. You infiltrated by crawling across my neck. It's over. And it's been on ever since. So I'm back on the war. I've been fortunate enough. I have not, knock on wood, I have not seen any bugs in this particular apartment. But if I do, know what's coming. The last thing that I will share is an embarrassing moment. I've had a number of them, but this one is ranked pretty high. Years ago, I was about 21-ish, give or take. I definitely was 21 because I was going into a club, but I wasn't much older than 21. I might have been 22. And we were going to a club. And the parking lot of the club was like way away from the club. So they had like a shuttle bus that would run back and forth and pick you up from the parking lot, take you to the club to the parking lot, and it would just run back and forth because it was so far away. We're in these 6-inch heels or whatever, so whatever. I park my car and get on the shuttle and go to the club. The shuttle pulls up directly in front of the club. So everybody at the club is watching the shuttle because you're just standing on line. There's really nothing to do. There's no through traffic, so you're just kind of waiting to get in the club on these long lines. So when the shuttle pulls up, people look because it's like, oh, who's getting off the shuttle? Anybody hot? Somebody I want to holler at. Anyway, shuttle pulls up and I am getting out and the driver of the shuttle says something to me. I don't even remember what he said, but he says something and I have on, okay, let me give you a visual here. I have on a short and tight dress, like just below the thing. And it's very tight. And I have on these really high heels. And I'm thinking I'm cute. I'm like, look at me. I'm in my little short, tight dress and blah, blah, blah. And when I go to get off the shuttle, the driver says whatever he says. And I turn and I look at him. and I smile, kind of a flirtatious smile, and my heel gets caught in some like divot or something. I don't even know what it was, but like there are stairs to go down the bus, and my heel got caught in something at the top of the steps when you're exiting the bus. So as I'm stepping, my heel is caught. So I'm moving forward, but my foot is caught back here. And the next thing you know, I am somersaulting out of the bus. Like feet over body type of rolling out of the bus into the street in front of the club. I hit the street, like the concrete. I'm in the road, literally, laying out in the street. And I hear the laughter and the comments and just the jeers like, oh shit, because it's bad. And it's bad. And I just lay there like, what to do now? I don't really even know what to do with this. And some guy comes over to help me out, I guess to just help me pick up my face. And, so he pulls me up, and I'm hearing people yell out that I need to just get back on the bus and go back home, or I need to just start over again. And I guess the bouncer felt bad for me, so he just let me come in. So I run to the bathroom, and my knees are bloody, like it was a mess. Anyway, I managed to escape without injury, other than to my ego. And I think what bothered me most is that I was coming to the club. Like, leaving the club, you're expected to be drunk or high or whatever it is that you do. And, you're going to fall or stumble or whatever because you had too much to drink. But I was coming to the club. Like, I had just gotten there. I hadn't had anything to drink. I didn't pregame, nothing. I was totally sober and still managed to fall out the bus. Like, who falls out of a bus? Seriously. Who does that? This girl right here. I do that. So that is it for my intro. If there are questions you want to know, feel free to ask. Yeah, so I just wanted to introduce myself. Thank you for letting me, and I will talk to you later.